Hey guys, thanks for tuning into the Help Others movement. I've got a very special guest and my friend here today, Christian Marchegiani. Christian, welcome to the show. Thanks so much for coming.
Pleasure.
So, Christian, you're an expert in the fitness industry. You've got multiple degrees. You've been the founder of Thump Boxing and also high intensity resistance training.
Yes.
This guy's been on the front cover of magazines. He's done charity work. He's trust me, he's not just a pretty face. So, Christian, thank you again so much for coming. Today I want to focus on your journey and how you empower others. So firstly, I want to start by asking, how do I get a six-pack?
Well, Susan, you've already got a six-pack. Everyone's got a six-pack.
Okay. Feel good about myself already?
We're born with a six-pack. It's probably the most useful. Well, look, every muscle in the body is useful, but for some reason it's the most popular, but it's probably the one that we need to focus on the least. But if you're really adamant that you want a six-pack, then good nutrition, good genetics, and good exercise will get it for you.
And I like the way you answered that because it was a very holistic and real answer. And I guess that ties in with the philosophy of your training, with her training. So firstly, before we talk about the successful business that you want to run, I want to talk about your history and your background. When you were a kid, you were over 100 kilos. Yeah,
look, at my heaviest, I was 19 years old and I reached 148 kilos.
Wow, so, 19 years old.
Yeah, that's exactly 20 years ago. So I'm 39 now, so when I was 19, 148 kilos.
That's amazing. And so, is that what inspired you to start Thump Boxing and to help others and go into the fitness industry?
Yeah, well, obviously I had to lose weight, and I got to a point in my life where I was just unhappy with myself, unhappy with my weight. I wasn't happy with the man I looked in the mirror. I couldn't shop at a normal clothes shop and buy normal size jeans or shirts. I had to go to big men's shops, and that just depressed me.
Yeah.
So I really needed to make a stand. And look, I got involved in a gym. I started doing boxing training, lost a lot of weight, started feeling better about myself, and I realised that I want to try and dedicate the rest of my life, my working life, to this industry. So I went to university and did a degree in exercise science and a master's in sports science.
Oh, great. And so you started Thump Boxing when you were really young?
Yeah, 2001, so 16 years ago.
Yeah, and what's been the key to your success? Because you've been, when you were at Thump Boxing, you've been on the front cover of magazines, you were interviewed by, you were on a reality TV show, the Excess Baggage, you were interviewed by people in America.
Yeah.
What was like the pinnacle of your success and the key to it?
Authenticity, just being real. People will spot a fraud a mile away, and even if they don't eventually get caught out. For me, it was all about karma. It wasn't about what I could get out of people, how much I could charge, how much money I was going to make, what I was going to buy, with the next membership that I sold. For me, it was, what can I give to people? What do they want from me? What service can I provide? And I truly believe that because I was doing what I really loved, the universe would reward me. And over the years it has. I've had my ups and downs, I've had a lot of obstacles, but with every obstacle there was a lesson, there was an opportunity which presented itself to me, and once I overcame that and I learned what I needed to learn from that obstacle, I moved on to the next thing. And I never once counted my dollars. I never worried about what was in the bank, and there were months where I couldn't pay the bills, but I just knew that if I wasn't doing this when I got up out of bed in the morning, then I didn't want to be doing anything else. So I made it work. And I remember a friend saying to me once, he goes, every time you get up out of bed, run your business as if it's going broke.
Run your business like it's going broke.
And you'll be inspired with ideas and passion. But yeah, authenticity. And it was about giving back, not what I could attract from the universe. It's what can I give, what service, what present can I give back to the universe? And the people will come, and they did come. Definitely life does have its challenges, And I come across a lot of people, especially in my industry, that are doing it for the wrong reasons. And I think that you're setting yourself up for failure.
And what type of reasons are they usually?
A lot of the time, look, I can only speak in terms of the fitness industry. A lot of the times I see trainers get into it because they think it's going to afford them a great lifestyle, or they think that they're just going to be able to train all the time, and they just want to look good. They want to be the best looking person on Instagram or Facebook. They want to impress other people. It's glamorous. I hear all these things. It's the beautiful industry, but it's not. It's a lot harder than that. And if you're not in it for the right reasons, it'll swallow you up. Any business will swallow you up, because there's always someone behind you that is hungrier than you, that is in it for the right reasons.
Yeah, that's right. And you're talking about those hard times, because I remember there was a time where you actually quit the industry. Like you were in that room there, you were saying, it was like, this is your final class, you were saying goodbye to everyone. You went off for a couple of weeks, you made pasta, and you came back.
Yeah, I decided enough was enough. I took 3 months off, and I went and helped a friend of mine who owns a pasta factory. I went and just tried something different, and I encourage everyone to do that, because while I loved my experience, it kind of reignited my passion, and I realised that I wanted to get back in, and I felt that there was something missing, and I can contribute, even though it was something small. I can contribute, and that's what I'm doing now.
Well, I can tell you're making a lot more than you're making a huge difference to people's lives. So when you left, I remember you deleted all your social media accounts.
Yep.
You had millions of views on YouTube, thousands of followers, and you just deleted all of them.
Yep.
And I said, Christian, some of those videos on YouTube, they're helpful, just leave them on there. And you said, Susan, those videos were made with ego.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, they were made with the wrong intentions. By the end, I was just egotistical. I was coming from a point of negativity as well. I'd write articles or make videos with in mind, with the thing in mind that how can people be so stupid, not knowing this.
Yeah.
Whereas, I needed to take that break, and now I can actually look at it from a point of view, well, how can I help? How can I help these people? Why are people misunderstood? Why are people misled? Why are they doing it wrong? How can I help?
And you make a huge impact on that, because I know from myself from doing your training, I've achieved more results in 4 months than I have in 4 years, and I see the same people have the same results as well. And when people come into your training, you don't judge them, you don't take into consideration of the history or where they're from. You just accept them with open arms, and you don't tell them sort of what's wrong with them or how to change. You just show them how strong they can be.
Yeah, that's right. Everyone can. We're born to, but that's how we evolved as human beings. We evolved through survival, through strength. We evolved to be strong. So everyone has that capability. Obviously, some more than others. But that doesn't mean that people can't improve, they can't get better. We're not all born equal, we're not all born with equal genetics, but we're all born with an opportunity to better ourselves. Yeah.
So tell me about the philosophy behind high intensity resistance training. How does it help people? And how does it, because you can get people results in 20 minutes, contrary to the usual belief system, you can be in a gym 20 minutes and get massive results. How does that work?
Look, high intensity resistance training is, there is a science behind it, obviously, in terms of resistance training, weight training, but there's also a philosophy of just doing what needs to be done, do what's necessary, eliminate the unnecessary, maximize intensity. But that requires people to really want it, because it's not easy, it's hard. And if you want results in 20 minutes, you've got to train damn hard. And that's not about being the best and the strongest and the fastest and the fittest. It's all to do with concentration, because it requires an intense amount of concentration and focus and energy. Now, some people don't want to train like that, and they're happy to go to the gym and spend an hour and a half doing what they do, socialising, and that's great. That's recreation. But if you really want results and you've got 20 to 30 minutes to spare and you're ready to give it a go, then that's what we're about. We respect everyone's choices. We don't judge anyone. We don't put other disciplines down. At the end of the day, it's training with weights. It's been around for hundreds of years. There's nothing new. All I've done is just put my philosophy behind it. Whoever wants to follow, they can follow, and we do it together. If not, that's fine as well.
Yeah, and I like how you express that, because it's, you know, there's a non-judgmental way. It's not like my training is the best and this is the way to go. You basically opened up your arms and said there is a science behind this, it works, and you're more than welcome to join us.
If you want to do it, do it.
And,
if not,
you know, people in your class and also the people that you train, because you teach this to other trainers, they get amazing results, and their clients tell them how amazing those results are. So I mean, weights, doesn't that get you bulky? Wouldn't you do cardio instead?
Not necessarily. Putting on muscle, getting bulky is very hard. It requires an extreme amount of energy and time and volume. Women especially are in fear of getting bulky. It won't happen. Weights is cardio, because cardiovascular, cardiorespiratory, it's basically your heart and lungs, supporting and functioning, powering your body to move and to survive. So sitting on this chair talking, waving arms in the air is cardio.
Yes.
It involves a cardiac cycle. Sure, there are exercises that you can do which can obviously increase the cardiac rate, the cardiac cycle, but weight training done properly can also do that. But no, putting on size requires an enormous amount of calories, enormous amount of dedication and time. So it's not that easy.
So what then would you say to the person they go to the gym every day and they're struggling and they don't see results, and they're like, I train so hard, I sweat my heart out, and they're not getting results? What would you say to those people?
Well, they might think they're training hard, but they're probably not. They're training long, but not hard. And Arthur Jones had a great quote. He said, you can train hard and you can train long, you just can't do both. What I find with a lot of people is when they spend more than 40 minutes in the gym, even an hour, they dilute their effort. They dilute the intensity of their effort. They'd be better served maybe talking less, being on the phone less, and just training harder. And provided their nutrition is well balanced, they'll get results. But maybe their expectations are too high. A lot of people look at a body in a magazine and say, I'm going to train really hard to get that body. They won't, because their genetics won't allow them to. It's as simple as that. Yeah. Just train hard to the best of your ability, eat well, and your genes will express themselves to the best of their ability.
So really what you're saying there is, instead of punishing yourself that you don't look like the photoshopped version of what's in a magazine, appreciate the body that you have, nourish it, cherish it, and the best version of you will come. Yeah,
well, people now live in a state of, especially people that exercise, they reward themselves with food and they punish themselves with exercise, where that's probably the worst mindset that you can be in. They'll think, I've trained hard, or I've been good this week, so I can eat a cake or drink that bottle of wine, and then the next day I'll just go and burn it off for an hour in the gym. It doesn't work that way, and you're just on a vicious circle. You just keep going around and around.
And speaking of diet myths, what about what buzzword, if someone heard in the media, should they run in the opposite direction from?
20 years ago, 30 years ago, 40 years ago, when our grandparents were eating, how did they eat? They knew what was good, what was bad, and the good stuff you ate in abundance. The bad stuff was a treat, you know, small amounts, and that was it.
Yeah.
I'm baffled how people can be so confused about labels and what to eat. And the funny thing is when people say, oh, fruit is so expensive. And I said, well, let's do a comparison. A 1 kilo bag of apples is anywhere from $4 to $6. Go organic. Worst case scenario, you're going to pay $10 for a bag of apples. Certified organic, $10 for a kilo. You take a bar of chocolate, 250 grams. Okay, you're going to pay, what, $5 for it, $4. So that bar of chocolate per kilo is going to cost you $16 to $20.
Yeah, and it's not nutritious.
And it's not nutritious. It's not rocket science.
Yeah.
It's not rocket science. Fruit and vegetables is not expensive when you compare it to all the other junk that people are buying.
Yeah, that's true. And one of the other common myths that people fall into is anyone can be a fitness expert these days. So how do you recognise a true fitness expert like yourself compared to someone who's a fraud?
Well, I'd like to say that I think a true fitness expert doesn't go around telling everyone he's a fitness expert.
Yeah.
You know, I think people will come to you if you're good at what you do. I've always said if you're good at what you do and you know your stuff, you never have to market yourself.
No.
People will find you. People will talk about you. They will be your best salesman.
Yeah.
If you have to, brandish yourself as a fitness expert and just constantly talk about it and come up with all these outrageous claims and ridiculous myths, soon enough you'll get caught out. And look, some people have gotten away with it and made a lot of money, but in the end they still get caught out. By that time it's too late. They've already bought their house and cashed in. But majority of the time I like to think that people are smarter than that, and they know who the frauds are.
Yeah, because I mean that's how you've grown your community. People they go to one of your classes, they love it, they tell their friends about it, and that's what attracts people to you. You've got that's on social media, but also in person.
Yeah, that's all it is. Just don't make stuff up.
Yeah.
Don't talk crap. Just don't make stuff up. Don't judge anyone. Do your thing, and people will come. If you feel that you can get up tomorrow morning and you'd be happy to do something else with your life, then you're not in this industry for the right reasons. If you feel that you would wake up tomorrow and there's nothing else that you want to do, then you're in the right industry. You're in it for the right reasons. But don't look at it from a point of view of how am I going to be rewarded?
Yeah.
What am I going to be able to attract? What affirmations am I going to say to attract this abundance of wealth? As Marianne Williamson says, reverse it, reciprocate it. What is it that you can do for the universe? And you will be rewarded.
And you're a shining example of that.
Look, I was just a simple, minimal man with, I guess, a big vision.
And a big heart too.
Well, I'd like to think so. Yeah.
So Christian, how can people get in touch with you? Where can they do your training courses? Where can they find you? Just on our website, www.hirt.com.au. Her systems, they'll find us. Great. And you're also very active on Facebook. And you've got courses running every couple of months as well. All over Australia. And also Taiwan. Yes, Taiwan, yes. Christian, thank you so much for taking the time to be here. Guys, if you like this interview, share it. It could help someone. And also subscribe if you want more interviews. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next episode.